Where would you like to see Deebo go?
Oh, it's the Dallas Cowboys for me. I mean, they've already gone all in on trying to win a championship, and Jerry Jones ain't buying green bananas. So it seems like it would make sense for them to flip the 24th pick and bring in one of the best playmakers the NFL has. People got to remember, the Dallas Cowboys moved on from Amari Cooper this offseason. Cedric Wilson left in free agency. Zeke Elliott's best days are behind him. Tony Pollard is unrestricted after 2022. I mean, they're losing a lot of juice in their skill position core, and so adding a guy like Deebo makes a lot of sense. Last year, the Dallas Cowboys, in terms of broken tackles in their run game, there were only 5 teams that had fewer broken tackles in their run game. So I get that they have the #1 offense, but it's not without warts, and they couldn't run the football when it matters. That's why they lost 5 or 6 games when they didn't rush for a buck. So it just seems like you would try to make up that lack of playmaking in the run game. You'd offset that with a guy like Deebo Samuel, who is a yak monster. Averaged 10 yards after catch last season. Deebo Samuel's Dallas Cowboys make it happen.
Yeah, they got to clean up that offensive line, though. I mean, they really do. I mean, you got to give the line some of the blame for that.
But if the line is not good, Hannah, here's the thing. I can throw it out to Deebo on a smoke or a slant and let him do the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of Deebo Samuel.
He could. How realistic is this?
Here's the problem. You can only pay so many stars, right? They got rid of Amari Cooper because they didn't want to pay him $20 million because they got to pay Zeke $20 million a year. You got Dak. You got all these other problems that they got to deal with. You got the O-line. And they're all in on Dan Quinn and his defense. They believe that's a big reason why they jumped last year. So they're going to put more resources into that through the draft. Get a pass rusher, get guys like that. I love the fit. So I think they'll at least look into it.
Listen, they had $70 million to give Randy Gregory, and he left to go to the Denver Broncos. They can find the money, just like the Rams and Les Snead found the money. We keep thinking that the Rams don't have any more salary cap space, and they keep finding money to give the guys.
They can put the money in the Willy Wonka machine.
Deebo Samuel has the dominant traits that everybody in the NFL is looking for. It makes a lot of sense.
It's just that how do we get here, right? Because you look at the end of the last season, I called a couple of their games. I mean, they were all in. It was all about Deebo, right? They go on the road. I mean, I can't imagine them sending him to, like, Green Bay. You mentioned Green Bay, a rival. I mean, that just seems.
I don't either, but it's all about the draft pick capital. If they're going to get a massive offer from the Packers, they might just think about it. These GMs are different now. They don't care as much about the conference stuff as they used to.
You can see Lynch and Shanahan doing that. Do you think he should want out of San Francisco? I mean, they came very close to going to the Super Bowl last year.
I understand where Deebo is coming from. It's about longevity, and everybody's focused on the second contract. But every player in the National Football League knows it's not about just getting paid that one big contract. It's about getting paid multiple times. You want seconds, you want thirds, you want fourths too, if it's possible. And it's not outside of the realm of possibility for Deebo Samuel to get another contract in his early 30s, like we saw with Julio Jones, like we saw with Antonio Brown when he went with the Raiders. This is what Deebo Samuel is thinking about. And when you look at how they used him and his average yards after catch, yards after catch, like that's more in line of what we see from running backs. Like he was the only receiver in the top 10 in yards after catch on average. So that's a problem when it comes to longevity because he's taking a lot of hits.
Yeah, he is. All right.